here, and today I have a fun page to share with you. I will be using those nested stencils, Opposite Attracts Alphabet, and nested packets from scrapbooked.com exclusive series. And I will also be using some paper pads from scrapbook.com along with those 4 colors of Distress Oxide, well, 3 colors of Distress Oxide and 1 regular Distress ink, and I will be using fossilized amber, peeled paint, and spiced marmalade on black soot from Distress series. And I'm applying colors through the first stencil with the full hearts using Doom applicator. I have a different applicator for each color, which is important because otherwise the colors in the foam will blend and you won't have exactly the same colors you wished. And as you can see, I'm not applying from edge to edge. I'm applying it quite randomly in the area where my main composition will be. And I will be back with the second stencil after I will finish with everything as a first layer. I will be creating a masculine page with the picture of my husband and our dog standing by the kitchen cabinet, and it will be like a father and son kind of a page. And now it's time to apply the second layer, but elements on the second layer are very tiny, like little dots and stripes, and foam applicator wasn't dealing well with it, so I switched to brush, which is much better for detailed designs like the second layer of stencil. As you can see, it covers everything quicker and details are more visible. So I'm applying the black ink using the brush. This is from Tailored Expressions, but you can purchase any brand. I just love that they are in rainbow colors, so I know which color is for which inks. I wish I had like a second set. I think I will purchase the second one with the pastel colors, so I will have 2 for each color for lighter and darker shades. But on the other hand, I'm not that much of mixed media scrapbooker where I use a lot of precise stenciling, so I don't know if it will have sense. I will have to think of it. So I'm applying it. See how beautiful it looks. It's like a really nice contrast between colors, and I still have some areas to go. I'm not being precise with applying on every colored heart. It's just the style I like, but if you prefer to have like a full coverage, you can cover the whole background and add the whole second layer for each heart. I just didn't want it to be too black. So here it is, and now it's time to start building the composition. I wanted to use those nested packets. They are the exclusive dies. It's not the biggest one, it's like second to the biggest one, and I will be using it for the background of my composition, and I will tag some elements, not composition, picture, and I will tag some elements into the pocket. Those are great for album makers if you need to make a pocket for extra pictures or some keepsakes. This is just very fast and easy. Of course, you can do it by hand using just a trimmer and scoring board, but believe me, it's much faster, especially if you need to create more than one. I'm also picking some colors in colorful papers from Floral and Sherbet paper pads in the L size that will be a base for the pocket and the picture, because I wanted this page to be quite colorful. And I'm using this super versatile puncher that creates kind of a planner page look. I love using it. It's quite brand new for me, but the pattern is not brand new, and I will be layering those two. I'm just trimming it down because I don't want it to be such a big, because it will cover too much of my hearts, and it will go like this. So papers in green and yellow, and blue on top of it. Before I will glue everything down, I am using a sandpaper to kind of worn edges a little bit. The great feature, well, great, and it may be advantage or disadvantage, is that scrapbook.com cardstock is like a color printed on white background, so you will have the white core, and when you use a sandpaper you can kind of reveal the core, and you will have like white flashes from behind the color, and I really love this effect, and I tend to do it often with those papers. Um, of course, if you wish to have like a colorful edge of paper, you will not get it with this kind of cardstock, but for me it's really great for pages like this. I also cut it out the tag using nested tags from scrapbook.com. It's in orange color. It will go into the pocket because I wanted to add the orange shade, and I'm also sanding it with sandpaper to add this worn out effect. I don't know if you have noticed, but Heidi Swap does it a lot in her projects with papers. So every pattern paper you have has a white core, so you can age it with sandpaper and you will reveal the white background underneath, which is great if you have this kind of hippie style, I would say. I also added this black and orange, I would say coral orange tabs behind my picture, and I will be using bits and pieces from collection from Paige Evans. This is not the newest, it's oh my god, I forgot the name of this collection, but I will list it in the description box so you will be able to find it. And I picked it because it has some animals, including the dog. It's not a beagle like my dog, but it's still good enough as a dog itself to embellish the page. So I will have a dog. I'm using some extra foam squares to add a little bit of dimension. I tacked some ephemera pieces into the pocket. You can write journaling on them and you will be able to hide it, so it won't be visible for anyone who just look through your layouts. And this is what I did, but I hid it so nobody will see what my thoughts were. And I'm also using black cardstock. This is like a black cardstock with the black inner part, so you will not have this white peeking through. And I'm cutting words father and son, but as you can see I'm spacing the letters because I won't be using the letters itself. I will be using the leftover, cut it into rectangles. So this is the idea I had after cutting a word father from the piece of the paper. You can see it on top because at first I wanted to just add letters, but I liked how it looked and I thought, well, maybe I will just make each letter as a negative of cutting out. So I have both father and son letters, but I will use these letters, so I'm just cutting it out with the scissors. They are not precisely mirrored, they are not even. I didn't want to have it like perfectly even because the whole page is a little bit worn out, distressed, so I just wanted to have it all wonky, and I will have the whole father and son written with this kind of style of alphabet. And I used opposites attract. Alpha dies from scrapbook.com. They have a big variety of fonts when it comes to alpha dies, and I highly recommend them because they are the great quality, and I'm sure you will find the font you like. And some fonts are bigger and wider, easier to mount with foam squares. Some are sorry, very delicate, not so easy to mount, but I am sure everyone will find something. And I have all of them, so I'm a lucky girl. I wanted to add father and son, but then I thought it still looked kind of plain. So I decided I will add a frame around my page. I cut cardstocks that I already used on my page into irregular strips, and I will be creating a frame around the page using them. So I will just arrange the title later, and I will start with the frame because I wanted to know how far I can go with the title. And as you can see, I am arranging 4 colors around the page, and it's that simple. I'm not measuring anything. I'm not aiming into perfection. I just want it to be wonky, uneven, and I just wanted to add extra color with those strips. They are not leveled to the edge of the page. I will just trim the excess with the scissors later. But now I will focus on title and glue it using those foam strips, so each letter will be raised above the surface. You can of course add some extra cardstock under each letter, and you will have like colorful letters, but I had white background, so I wanted to peek through. And everything is glued down, and I'm using the sandpaper to age my frame a little bit to match the rest of the papers because it was just too clean. And as I said, I really love this effect, and I will be doing it with every project I will be doing with those cardstock elements. I also went through the title, but it didn't leave any nice effect because, as I said, it's the core of the paper is also black, so there is nothing to reveal. And after I finished everything, I thought I am missing some blue color here and there. So I took the stencil with the full hearts, and I'm applying broken china color through the stencil quickly. I'm not measuring anything. I just wanted to have it like randomly here and there. And then I thought I'm missing something black as the title is black. So I found some heart stamps in between the sentiments I have from scrapbook.com. So this is the set from Cards for Kindness, and I also found a smaller heart in some other set. As you can see, I'm going through the sets to find the proper one, and this is it. This is where the small heart is, so I'll be just stamping it with archival ink here and there. I'm again using just a stamping block. It doesn't have to be precise, it doesn't have to be perfect. I just wanted some black elements on the page to match my father and son dark title. And the page is finished. The last step is some splatters. I'm using my old Heidi Swap mist. This one is called Butter, and I'm running very low on this, and I'm so sad because you can no longer purchase them. And the second color is a little bit more orangey. It's called Mustard, and I'm splashing with it too. And the page is finished. I really love how it turned out with like a very small amount of extra embellishments with just paper and some mixed media products and dies. You can achieve such a fun page. So to be honest, I didn't even have to use the collection at all. I think I could easily skip this one. And here are the finished finished page pictures. Thank you so much for staying with me. I hope you like my ideas and you will want to try them maybe. and you can subscribe to my channel to never miss any new video. And here are some other videos you might like from making my layouts. And thank you so much, and see you soon on some other video. Bye!